All right, hello class. I'm back again. Things seem to be working working a little bit better now. Great. So this hour we are going to be talking about gun control. The link for this class should be right underneath where you were to select where it says live now and English speaking. You can select that gun control link, and it'll take you to a PDF file that we're going to go through. All right. So yeah, gun control has been a hot topic, a hot topic in the United States. Hi, Mustafa. Hi, Mustafa. Mustafa, how you doing? Mustafa, can you hear me okay? Juan, my microphone should be working just fine. It's registering it here in configuration. See if maybe your speakers maybe having an issue, something like that. Okay. All right, cool. Mustafa, can you hear me? Not so much. Okay, so yeah, today in the United States, gun control is a very hot issue because of murders that have been mass murders that have been going on in the United States, and as many of you know, we guns we are allowed to have guns in the United States, and we have the right to bear arms, but they're looking to put more controls on them. We have certain controls now, but there are those who don't believe that the controls are enough. Okay, so they're looking to ban assault rifles and other weapons that are more of the automatic nature, that are really intended for killing. Okay, so today we're going to go through and learn some more vocabulary words. Hi, Esther. Hi, Juan. Welcome back, and Rafael. And also we're going to be reading through some certain situations that happened in Australia as well as in the United States, and let's see if we can get to a discussion on those. But it depends on how the class goes and how many questions we have. Okay, so let's see, Florin, how are you, Florin?
Hi, how are you doing?
Hello. Great, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Florin, where are you from?
I'm from Romania.
Romania. Excellent. Welcome to class. Krishna. Krishna Reddy, how are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent. Welcome to class. Where are you from, Krishna?
I'm from India.
From India. Great.
Yeah.
And let's see, is your name Hojer? Is it Hojer? Zawidi? I can't hear you. Make sure that your microphone is unmuted. All right, and Krishna, can you please mute your microphone? We're getting feedback from your speakers. Okay. Benedicto, how are you? Benedicto, can you hear me? All right, I can't hear you right now. Looks like your microphone may be muted. All right. Okay. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get started. We have a lot of different things to go through in this class. Everybody, my name is Teacher Chad. You can call me Teacher or just Chad, whatever you'd like to do. Hi, Jan. Welcome to class. Does everybody have the link to the document? If not, I'm going to go ahead and put it up there right now just in case. All right, so there is the PDF file that we're looking at. Hi, Daniel. How are you? Daniel, can you hear me okay? Daniel, make sure that your microphone is unmuted. Okay, to be able to talk, and then you can mute it again while class is going on. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with our pre-warm-up questions. Esther, can you read number 1?
Yeah, one moment. What does the right to bear arms mean?
Okay, what does that mean, Esther?
If you can have a arm, no or no, depends of the state that the state permit to have an arm, I think.
Yeah. So a right is the ability. So you're permitted, okay, to have weapons. So bear may mean to have the weapon on you. Okay, Daniel. Daniel, please mute your microphone. All right, cool. All right, so bear may mean to have the weapon on your body itself, or to actually just possess or own a weapon. So we have the right to bear arms. Okay, I want to practice with you the word right. Okay, remember in last class when we worked on that R sound for you? Let's try that again on the word right. Okay, so instead of saying right, we want to say right. Try that, Esther.
Right.
There you go. All right, try that question one more time. So and focus on that R sound. All right.
Okay. What does the right to bear arms mean?
Nice. That was great. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Florin, let me have you read question number 2 and answer that question.
Is it legal to carry a handgun in your state, province, or country?
All right, and what's your answer to that, Florin?
Fire weapons are forbidden.
Okay, so firearms.
Arms, yes.
There you
firearms.
go. So fire, and this is how it's spelled, firearms. Oh goodness, if I can spell today. Firearms are forbidden. Firearms are forbidden. Okay? All right, and let's see. Hojer, can you hear me? I can't hear you. You need to make sure that your microphone is plugged in and it's working, that it's registering it. Okay. Try and work on the.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Awesome.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Good.
Nice.
Okay. Read question number 3 for me. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I'm new in this verbally. Yes, I'm new. I did not know about your. I did not know about your subject, teacher.
Okay. Do you have the document open, the PDF file?
Oh no.
All right. So do you see the chat box there, Hojer? Is your name Hojer, or how do you pronounce your name?
Hoger.
Hoger.
Yes, Hoger.
Okay. So let me put the link up here again, and I'm going to move on to Juan, but just so that you have it. Okay, and I'll come back to you. All right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So in the chat box, I just put a link. Okay, so that you can open up the document. Juan, can you read number 3 for me?
Sure. It says, should schools be gun-free zones? They definitely should be gun-free zones. As you know, there was assassinate in a school. I don't know how do you say that at this moment, but there was a guy who killed many kids in, I guess. Do you remember the state, teacher?
Yeah, it was in Connecticut. We're actually going to read about that
Connecticut.
today. Yeah, and you'll
Yes.
so we'll learn how to properly say instead of the word assassination. Assassination would mean that someone that was of more importance was killed. You usually use assassination when you're talking about like a leader of a country or a leader of a company. So someone that was important, that was the only person that was killed, and no one knows who did it. It's kind of like it's a little bit, it's a step up from a murder. It has a little bit more impact. Okay, but okay, great. So your opinion is that that schools should be gun-free zones. Okay, very good. And let's see, Krishna, please read number 4 for me and give me your answer.
Okay. It is difficult to get a permit to carry a gun in the place where you live.
Okay, so instead of saying it is, that would not be a question, that would be a statement. We want to say, is it? Is it difficult to get a permit to carry a gun in the place where you live? So that would make it a question, putting is at first. Please read that one more time, Krishna.
Is it difficult to get a permit to carry a gun in the place where you live?
Okay, and so what is your answer?
You mean the meaning of the question?
No, I'm wanting you to answer the question based on where you live. So can you get a gun permit there in India?
No, it's not so easy.
Okay, so tell me about that. Why isn't it so easy?
It's not easy to get a gun license because the people may face a lot of problem by carrying the guns. They may shoot each other.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you. All right, you guys. So next on our list, we're going to go through some vocabulary words. All right, so we have 12 new vocabulary words that we're going to go through. And it's just right underneath those warm-up questions. It says vocabulary preview. All right, and if we can go through these quickly, then we'll be able to get into some more questions. All right, but I want to make sure that everybody understands what these words are. Okay, so let's start off with Rafael, number 1, please. Please read that vocabulary word and tell me what you think the definition is.
Penal colony, and I think it's G, a remote place for prisoners that is difficult to escape from.
Very good. Yes, that is G. Now, the way that we pronounce that first word is penal colony.
Oh, yeah, penal colony.
Okay. Now, everybody, that word penal comes from the word penalty. Okay, just like if you were to play football or soccer, and you would get a yellow card, that would be a penalty. You have to go in the box for a certain amount of time. Okay, penal comes from the word penalty, and a penal colony would be like a prison. Okay, so it's another word for prison. All right. All right. Number 2, Abdu, or I apologize, Abu. Is that how you pronounce your name? Can you hear me? All right. I have 2. Abu, did you come in here twice? Abu, can you hear me? All right. Looks like you did come in here twice. I'm going to kick one of you out. All right. So let's see. Esther, please read number 2, okay?
Okay, number 2, massacre?
Massacre.
Massacre?
Yeah, so it's massacre.
Massacre.
There you go, that's it.
And the violent killing of many.
Yeah, so let's practice that second word here. The violent killing of many.
The violent killing of many.
All right. Yeah, and so we're gonna use that V sound. Okay, V is pronounced sort of like your F, but when we pronounce the V, it's a vibration. Okay, so an F, the air would kind of flow through, saying f, like if you were to say afuera. Okay. F.
Yes.
But with a V, you put your teeth on the same position. Okay, so we're like this. Okay, but we say violent. The violent. Try that, please. Violent.
Violent. Violent.
That's it. That's it. Perfect. So the violent killing of others. Try that one more time.
Violent.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Number 3, please. Let's see. Florin.
Initiate. I suppose is to be the one to lead to something.
Great. Awesome job with the pronunciation of initiate as well as the word something. Your TH sounds, your TH sounded really good. Nice job, Florin. Roger, let me have you read number 4, please.
4, yes. Crackdown. It's B. To be the one to lead something.
Well, initiate would be the one to lead something. What would be a crackdown?
Sorry, which
crackdown.
choice?
A crackdown would be D.
D?
A serious regulation. There
yes,
you go.
Yes. To prevent future crime.
Very good. So let's practice the word prevent. Okay, so our accent will go on the very end of the word. Okay, and we'll start it off with a short or a long E sound, and then it'll go into a short E sound. So it's prevent, prevent. Try that.
Prevent.
Awesome. Nice job.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Number 5, please, and we are at Jan. Oh, yeah, number 5. Jan, can you hear me? Okay, Juan, number 5, please.
Sure. Number 5, it says swift. And it might be to be the one to lead something.
To be the one to lead someone is initiate. Okay. Swift, another word for swift would be fast. So look for a word in the definition line that would mean fast.
I see. Might be suddenly, no.
All the way down at the bottom.
Quick, sorry.
There
quick.
you go.
You got it.
There you go. Nice job. Okay, and that's going to carry a short I sound. So instead of saying quick, we want to say quick. Quick.
Quick.
There you go. That's it. Quick. Okay. Let's see. Number 6, please. And Krishna, I believe, is your turn. Go ahead. Krishna, can you hear me?
Number 6. Retrieve. Yeah, retrieve. Retrieve.
Okay. The word is retrieve. Try that one more time. Retrieve.
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 It's a difficult one. Okay, so we're going to say retrieve. Retrieve. Retrieve.
Retrieve.
Almost. So, okay. Now, Krishna, that V sound, okay, the V sound at the end of the word, you want to stick your teeth, okay, stick your teeth on top of your bottom lip. Okay, so when we say the word, we say retrieve.
Retrieve.
That's it. Retrieve.
Retrieve.
Retrieve. There you go. Nice. Okay, and okay, let's see. We got a new guy in. Jose, can you please mute your microphone? All right, I'll mute it for you. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so Krishna, what does the word retrieve mean?
Retrieve means to gain again.
Say that one more time.
Retrieve. Retrieve.
Retrieve is going to be letter I, to get something back that you had before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 7. Rafa.
Skyrocket.
Very good pronunciation. Now this is a difficult one. Now we're not using skyrocket as a noun. Okay, a noun would be a rocket that's in the sky. Okay, we're using skyrocket as a verb this time. Okay, so I'm going to help you out. This one's it's a difficult one. It's when something starts. It's just kind of like a rocket. It starts from 0 and it goes all the way up, and we're dealing with numbers. Okay, so when something skyrockets, it means that it goes very fast, numbers-wise. Okay, so we're looking at F, to suddenly go up in numbers.
Okay.
Okay, but great job with the pronunciation of skyrocket. That sounded really good, Rafa. Okay, number 8, please, is Esther.
Sorry, easy access?
Yes, easy access.
Easy access. Not difficult to, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, not difficult to get.
Yeah, not difficult to get, find, and use. Okay, very good. Very good. Easy access. Okay, nice job. Okay, Florin, what are we on, number 9? Yeah.
Yeah. Mental illness. Let me see. Sickness that affects one's thinking and emotions.
Very good. Okay, let's take a look at the word sickness. Okay, you had used an E sound for that I. What we want to use is the short I sound. Okay, and that sounds like this. We say si. Instead of si, we say si. Sickness. Try that.
Sickness.
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 There you go. That's perfect. Nice job. All right. And let's see. Number 10, please. Who are we on? Jan, are you listening now? Nope. Juan, 10, please.
Sure. Opponent. It is a person or group. Okay, a person or group on the other side of a conflict or debate.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, let's practice opponent. Okay, so we want to use an O on both those. Opponent, opponent.
Opponent.
Opponent, okay? And then, yes, it is a person or group on the other side of a conflict or debate, okay? Nice job. And let's see, is this Camille or is it Camille? How do I pronounce your name? And he's gone. I probably pronounced it wrong and made him feel bad. All right, Krishna, how about you? Number 11, please.
Okay, it's rampage.
Rampage. Great job. Let's practice that that R sound. So instead of saying rampage, we want to say rampage. Rampage. Try that, please. Okay. Please practice that with me. Rampage.
Rampage.
There you go. That's it. Okay. What does the word rampage mean, Krishna?
What do you say? B.
B is actually initiate. Okay, that looks like it's a popular one today. Rampage. Does anyone know what the word rampage means?
I think it's E. The behavior.
Yes. Yes, go ahead and read that, Esther.
Uncontrollable violent behavior.
Yeah, so let's practice that. Uncontrollable violent behavior.
Uncontrollable violent behavior.
All right, and instead of saying uncontrol and using that hard R sound, let's use that English R, uncontrollable violent behavior. Try that.
It's difficult, but uncontrollable violent
There you go.
behavior.
And that's behavior. Okay, very good. And let's see, how many more do we got? One more, number 12, and we are on Rafa.
Mandatory. And is it A?
Yes, it's A.
Required?
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Very good pronunciation. Yeah, okay. No, you're right. Okay. Required.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, very good. So it's mandatory and required. I know sometimes with English, it's a guessing game. Like required? I don't know if it's right, but so no, that was very good. You did good. Okay, nice job. All right, you guys. Let's take a look at our reading. So we'll go down to page 2 where it says gun control. All right. And let's see. I'm going to try your name. Is this Abu Bakr? Oh, he's gone. Okay, Esther, please start off with the first paragraph.
Okay. On April 28, 1996, in a cafe in Tasmania, a young man pulled a semi-automatic weapon out of his bag and began shooting tourists and staff at the historic Port Arthur penal colony. By the time he was finished, he had killed 35 people. This was just one of several mass shootings in Australia between the 17th and 19th.
Okay. All right. I want to practice. Let's see. It's going to be
all the numbers, words, I think.
Numbers with you and just a couple of other things. No, you're doing fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. So the number here, the first one we come to that I want to practice is 1996.
1996.
Okay. And now 6. We need to pronounce that X. There you go. So you had said 1996. Okay, and you didn't pronounce the X. There you go. Okay. The last 2 numbers are 70s and 90s.
Okay, 70s and 90s.
Okay, you see those at the end of the paragraph? Yeah, 70s and 90s.
Okay.
Okay. All right, good job with that. The other word I want to practice with you is going to be your Y sound. Okay, I want you to be to look out for this Y sound from here on out. Okay. So the word was young. Did I put 2 Y's on that? I may have. Okay. The word is young. Okay, but you had pronounced it with a Spanish Y, saying jung. Okay. The way to not pronounce that Spanish Y is to think of it a Spanish E. Okay, so when you see that Y with any word in English that starts with a Y, okay, you want to pronounce that at first. You want to say E. Okay, we want to say young, E, and then announce the rest of the word young. But it's really quick. Try that. Young.
Young. Young.
That's it. Okay, and it works with you. We say you, and we start off with an E sound there as well. You. Okay, let's try that.
You. Young, no?
Okay, try the word. There you go. Instead of you, we say you, and instead of yes for yes, we say es. So yes. Okay. So that's how that E sound works before that the Y. Okay. Nice job. All right. Okay. So our next paragraph, starting with following. Don't feel bad, Esther. Esther.
What?
In June of 2000, I got off a plane in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I had no formal training in Spanish. Okay. And the Argentine people weren't that accepting of an American, and they didn't want to speak any English with me. Okay, and so, man, I practiced and I worked as hard as I possibly can, and there was times when words just would not come out of my mouth correctly. Okay, but by practicing, and when people would say, no, that you don't say it that way, this is how you say it, I got better and better and better. Okay, so I don't want you to feel bad or feel like you're failing when I say, okay, this is how you should say this. Okay, you say, okay, great, I'll do that, and then practice that. Okay, and then because of what, remember the first time when you were in my class, I told you the great thing about you is you have zero. Okay, you're like, I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna say it. It doesn't matter if I pronounce the word correctly or not. I'm gonna read this. Okay, and you do it, and you have zero fear, and then you just attack it, and you attack the English. Okay, so keep doing that. Okay, just make slight corrections every day, and your English is going to turn out great. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
You're doing good. Yeah, you're doing good. Don't worry. All right, Florin, the next paragraph, starting with following.
Okay. Following the 1996 massacre, Prime Minister Howard initiated a serious crackdown on gun ownership. Howard worked together with the Australian government. They made a swift decision to restrict gun ownership. The government also organized a program to buy back weapons that had already been sold. Over 100,000 guns were retrieved. 15 years later, there were still no new mass shooting to report in Australia.
Awesome. Great pronunciations. Two things I want to work on you with is the number 600,000. Okay, so the wrong number, you had said 600,000, I believe, or 60, something like that.
Okay,
600,000. Please repeat that.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
There you go, 600,000. Yeah, no worries. Okay, and the next word is the word later. Okay, and you guys, my chat really isn't working right now. I do apologize. But the word later is spelled L-A-T-E-R. Okay, we don't pronounce that T. We pronounce that T as a D. So instead of saying later, we say later with a D sound. Try that. Later.
Later.
There you go. Later. Okay,
Later.
nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. The next, the next paragraph. It's a different story. Let's see. Who do we got? Oh, don't kill me if I pronounce this wrong. Jawad Azab, can you hear me? Jawad, can you hear me? Oh, Gonzo. Juan, please read the next paragraph.
Sure. It's a different story in the U.S. Since the 1980s. Mass shootings have occurred in several public places, including malls, schools, and places of worship. After a mass shooting, the sale of guns always skyrockets, though studies prove that easy access to guns results in high murder rates. Surveys show that many Americans still believe in the right to bear arms.
Okay, great job. Let's check out three words here. Okay, the first word is occurred. Okay,
Occurred.
so we're going to put the accent at the in the middle of the word. Yep, just like that. Occurred.
Occur.
Okay. There you go. Occurred, and try and end that with a D sound. Occurred.
Occur.
There you go.
Occur.
Okay. So usually, class, when we have an UR sound or a UR spelling, we don't pronounce that U. We don't say occur. We would say occur. Okay. For the most part, we pronounce it occurred, or a turn. So T-U-R-N. Okay, like taking a right turn. We instead of saying turn, we would say turn. All right. So just remember that in most cases, that UR would sound like an Okay. The other word is shooting. Okay. This is another word where that T is going to not sound like a T. It's going to sound like a D. So let's try that, Juan. I know you have a good D sound. Let's try that with that T. Shooting.
Shooting.
That's it. Perfect. Okay, shooting. Okay. The next word is murder. Okay, this is again that U-R. Okay, so that the middle of the word is going to sound the same as the end. Murder. Murder. Try that. Murder.
Murder. Murder.
Okay, one more time. Murder.
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 There,
Murder.
that's it. Murder. Remember that D sound. Murder.
Thanks.
Awesome. Great. Okay. And let's see, Krishna. Let me have you read the next paragraph, please, starting with one of the worst.
One of the worst massacres in U.S. history took place at Virginia Tech University in 2007. A student suffering from mental illness killed 35 students. Opponents of gun control argued that the students and staffs couldn't protect themselves because they were in a gun-free safe zone.
Okay, great job. Let's work on your R sound here. Okay, I know it can be difficult for those that are from India. Okay, because you're used to that hard R sound. Okay, so first word I want to practice is massacre. Okay, it's the first one of the first words on in the first sentence. So word number 5, massacres. Massacres. Try that, please.
Massacres.
There you go. Massacres.
Massacres.
Okay.
Massacres.
Yeah, and in the second sentence we have the word suffering. So we want to say suffer, suffering, suffering. Try that.
Suffering.
There you go. Suffering. Okay. In the third line, end, we have the word argued. Argued. Okay. So instead of saying argued, say argued. Try that.
Argued.
Very good. Okay, and then in the second to last line, so line number 4, we have the word protect. So instead of saying protect, we want to say protect, protect.
Protect. Protect.
Okay, protect.
Protect.
There he is.
Okay, great. Can you guys hear me again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I got a message that that Google Hangouts had ended. Like, strange. It seemed to be working just fine, but all right. Okay, great job, Krishna. And Rafa, let me have you read the next paragraph, starting at in 2012.
In 2012, A week before Christmas, a young man entered Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut and went on a shooting rampage. He killed 6 staff members and 20 first graders with a legally purchased gun. US President Obama broke down in tears as he addressed the Union. He called it the worst day in his presidency.
All right, very good. I want to practice. Let's see. We're going to practice shooting. Okay, we're going to practice that T sound, and then also Connecticut. Connecticut. Try that, please.
Connecticut. Can you repeat? Connecticut.
Yeah, sure. Connecticut.
Sorry.
Okay, so let me try it slow.
Slow down.
All right, so let me slow. So it's Connecticut. Connecticut.
Connecticut.
That's it. Connecticut.
Connecticut.
That's it. Okay, so that I believe there's a C in there. It should be pronounced Connecticut, but as you know, we don't pronounce things the way that we spell them quite often. Connecticut. Okay.
Okay.
And then the last word is I remember how I was with Juan, that UR sound. Okay. We have the word here, purchased. Okay. It's still not going through on the chat. Crazy. Oh, there it goes. Yay. So the word is purchased. So instead of saying purchased, we say purchased.
Purchased.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. And that ed ending will sound like a T or feel like a T. Purchased. Okay. Excellent. All right. Let me see. The last paragraph, please. Rod, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, but it's late.
Great.
I was late to the class.
Okay. All right. Well, let me have you listen for right now. Okay. Do you have the document?
Yeah,
if not,
I have the document.
Put it up in the.
Gun control. You are in the last paragraph.
Yeah. Go ahead and read that. Go ahead if you have it.
Okay, like Prime Minister Howard, Obama immediately organized a team to address gun control laws. His proposals called for a ban on assault weapons and mandatory background checks for all guns buyers. Within 1 month of the school shooting, 1,000 more Americans have been killed by guns.
All right, great job. What I want to practice with you is the D sound. Okay. So we have, what is it? Howard and killed. Okay. So when you had said these two words, okay, your D sound sounded more like a T. Okay, saying Howard and killed. Okay. We want to pronounce a D sound. That D is like this. Howard. Howard. Try that, please. Howard.
Howard. Howard.
Howard.
Howard.
There we go. Getting a little bit better. Okay, now let's try the word killed. Killed.
Killed.
There you go. That's it. That's a better sound. Killed. Killed.
Killed.
Okay, very good. Now, Rod, what country are you from?
From Peru.
From Peru. Okay. So sometimes with the with Spanish speakers, you have a difficulty with placing your tongue with that T sound as well as the D. Place your tongue right behind your teeth. So what you want to do is remove your tongue back. Okay. So when you're pronouncing a D or a T, don't let your tongue touch your teeth. All right. So you want to pull that back and then think of that D as an R sound. Okay. So if we were to say the word aire, okay, and take off the E, okay, we would say Eid, right? Okay. So it's the same thing. We want to end on that R sound, like killed, killed. Try that one more time. Killed.
Killed.
Try that one more time, Rod, please.
Killed.
Okay, getting close. Not quite there, but almost. Okay, nice job. Okay, see, Boris. Boris, are you there? Boris, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I'm there.
Boris.
We're just trying to activate my microphone.
Okay, Boris, do you have the document open?
Yes, I've just opened it, so I don't know on which page we are.
Okay, we're on the second page. I'm going to go ahead and go to Esther. We're reading the comprehension questions, okay? So I'm going to have Esther read question number 1, and I'll go back to you for question number 2, okay? Esther, please read number 1.
Okay. What caused Prime Minister Howard to crack down on gun ownership in Australia? Yeah, because a young man go to a penal colony and shoot 35 people, and this caused that
Very
he
good.
decided to crack down.
Okay, let's practice that word caused. Okay, you had said caused. Okay, so with that AU, okay, and then at the end we want to say caused. Okay, caused. One time, caused.
Caused.
There you go. That's it. That's it. Nice job. Now, what do you think about that, Esther? Do you think it was appropriate for the Prime Minister to crack down on guns and buy back all the guns because of that incident?
Yeah, I think that it's a good idea to do a crackdown, but I think that finally it's not the solution because it's a regulation, but I'm sure that finally the people can have a gun. It's not a serious law, I think.
Okay. Okay.
But
all right.
because
let's try the word regulation. Okay. Try not to roll your R there.
Regulation.
Okay, try not to roll your R on regulation. Regulation. Let's say regulation.
Regulation.
There you go. Regulation.
Regulation.
There you go. Nice job. Nice job. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for your answer. Boris, do you know where we're at now? Boris, do you know where we're at? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I was just reading.
Okay. Florin, please question number 2.
Okay.
Man, I go all the way to, what is it, 50, and this happened in the same last class, and then it starts being funny on me. Jeez. All right, so Boris, do you have number 2 there?
I'm at the second paragraph. I was reading just following the 1996 massacre Prime Minister Howard initiated, so I think it's far behind.
Okay, that's fine. So where we're at is look right to the right. You see where the word comprehension is written in big bold letters. You see the number 2. Read that question. Oh, let's see. Did you hear most of that story there, Boris, or did you come in a little bit later?
I came late, but what I understand is that there was a mass shooting in Australia, and the Prime Minister made a decision to restrict gun ownership.
Okay, well let's do this. Read number 2. We'll open that question to the class, and then I want to get your opinion on that. Okay, so read number 2 to the class, please.
Okay. What does the reading say about murder rates and gun ownership?
Okay, who can answer that question for me?
Can I try?
Yeah, go for it, Florin.
The gun ownership had been restricted, and the murder rates went down.
That's good. So if they were restricted, then they went down. But what does it say? What is happening in the United States? Do you remember? Yes, Esther.
The easy access, no, to have a gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the easy access to have a gun, and they've seen murder rates go up, right? So more people have gotten killed with the access to guns. Okay. Now, Boris, what do you think about that? What do you think? Gun ownership should be controlled or restricted, or should people be able to access guns easily?
No, I think gun ownership should be restricted.
Restricted?
Yeah, because if we make sure that less and less people have access to guns, then eventually we will have, let's say, less cases of mass shooting and this all this massacre.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Well, thank you for jumping in class, Florin. Please read number 3 and give me your answer.
What do gun control opponents have to say about gun-free zones at schools? They argued that the students and staff couldn't protect themselves because they were, gun-free safe zones.
Okay, and what do you think about that, Florin?
I don't know.
All right. Does anybody have an opinion about gun-free zones in schools and universities?
Yes. Can I speak?
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah, I think that this is I can understand why exists this gun-free zone, but the solution of this is not permit the people to have a gun.
Not to permit all people to have a gun, right? Is that what your opinion is?
Yes.
Okay. Who do you think should be able to have a gun? Police officers or not police officers? Just soldiers, or how do you think that should work? All right. No takers on that one. All right. Okay.
Only politicians and police officers or VIPs should carry a gun.
Okay. All right. That's Krishna's opinion there. Any other opinions on who should be able to carry a gun, or should guns be completely outlawed?
I think that ownership restriction means that not everybody should be able to access gun, and there must be mostly policemen and people in let's say legal jobs, as they may be threatened. But I think whether it's police or any other legal authority, we must make sure that they have the mental capacity, you know, to handle stressful situation, anything. It should be gun should be given to people also based on the fact that maybe they set a test on mental ability, something like that.
Okay, so depending on their mental state is what we would call that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. I would agree with that, definitely. Let's try one more question. Number 4. Let's see, who are we on? Juan, please read number 4 and give me your answer.
Sure. Number 4, it says, what always happens in the U.S. after a mass shooting? Well, in my point of view, always the shooter killed himself, for example.
Okay.
Most cases.
Yeah, in the case of what we were reading today, it states something specifically what happens in the United States, and not directly with the shooter, but with everybody else. What happens? What does everybody else do after a mass shooting? Not everybody, but what's the trend that they see? Anybody know?
The sale of guns always skyrockets.
Yes, great job, Rafael. The sale of guns goes up. Okay, and let's see, who wants this one? What's your opinion of that? Why do you think that happens, and do you think it should happen? Any takers?
Can you repeat the question?
Why do you think the sale of guns goes up after a mass shooting, and do you think that's right? Or
Can I?
Who wants that? Rafael? Okay,
Yeah.
go for it.
People want to be sure that they are safe, and they want to have a gun. And
They
it's
feel
not
proud to
Okay.
carry a gun.
All right. Okay. Very good. All right, you guys. Well, I'm just about out of time. Thank you all for coming to class. You all are doing very good. I love having each of you in class because you're all willing to learn and practice. Okay. So my next class, I'm going to be talking about a smoking ban. I gave that lesson about an hour ago. If you want to join in, you're all welcome to come and see. We'll see ya. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.